Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our preview of round 21. Okay, let's go straight away. Hello, Andrew. How are you?
Angelo, it's just two of us today.
The two of us.
It's like
Revolving
Essendon.
doors.
It's like Essendon. Can't fill the full
Yeah,
side.
we're nearly at 14 debutantes.
Yeah,
14. They did
14. So that's a world record now.
World record.
It was equal with Fitzroy, the 13.
It's Fitzroy. I didn't know if it was Fitzroy.
81 or 82, they had 13 debutants, and they broke the record on the weekend.
Yeah, okay.
So good on them, mate. That's the thing to do when you've got this. Like, they could just play some of the hacks that have been there.
I wonder who's left on the list now that hasn't
one,
played.
I think.
Oh, is it one?
There's one or maybe two. I heard it during the week, but
they'd be going, what is going on?
Oh no,
I'm going to find out.
There's still 3 weeks to go, right?
Yeah, true.
They're probably going to get more injuries, but anyway.
True.
That's good.
Anyway, Thursday night, Marvel Stadium, Western Bulldogs 19-18, 132, GWS 6844.
What do we make of this? Seriously,
What do we make of it?
Like, honestly, like we thought Bulldogs would win, you and I, right? We sort of gave them one last chance, right? You know, big game at home, but they didn't show up. GWS.
No, not at all.
And when they were down at a certain point, there was a certain point where they just said,
Yeah,
we're done.
Do you think? Did they concede this whole game? This whole game? I don't know. It's hard to think that they did.
I don't know about the trip, but I think they conceded during the game, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I think after half time they might have. It looked like they conceded. I know it's a stupid thing to think or say in this day and age, but I don't know.
Are the Dogs that good at
Marvel
belting sides?
Oh, once they're down, yeah,
around them, and once they're down and below them and all that. Is that
once they've got them on the ropes?
Because they do have a track record.
Yeah, and once they've got them on the ropes, they don't stop.
Yeah,
and they didn't. Lucky they kicked poorly.
Yeah, 19-18.
That could have been 100-point.
So where to for GWS? They've been like this all year.
Yeah, I don't know. You hear some of the commentators still say, "Oh, they can still win the flag." They can't win the flag. They just can't. They're just too.
I don't reckon they're getting enough on the park in any one given time. They keep losing soldiers. Not a lot, like one or two, and then one or two in.
But one or two in for them's a lot their bottom, Rouston and McMullen and McMillan, whatever his name is, McMullen, like they're not bona fide AFL footballers. You know what I mean? Like I heard,
their bottom 5 or 6 is
is like an average side bottom.
Yep.
5 or 6. So when Cadman doesn't kick goals or Jesse Hogan doesn't kick goals,
the number one ruckman's Kieran Briggs.
Yeah, he's struggling, isn't he?
That's what I mean. Like,
do you change that now? Can you change it?
No, I don't think so.
It's interesting.
Well, how can you if you were to change it?
No, well, I don't know. The only one I can think of is Lockie Keefe because he can play it forward down.
Another tall,
Yeah, like he's a bit more. Yeah, he can play. He's not just a ruckman. He can play in the ruck. I mean, Briggs isn't setting the world light, so how bad could Lockie Keefe go in the ruck? You know.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like he couldn't go any worse. So I don't know. It's an interesting.
Is it a new age thing? Because like soccer teams do it in overseas and NFL and NBA, where they sort of almost concede road trips. Or we're not at that point in this competition, world.
I don't think if they were 3 games on top of the ladder, different story.
Yeah.
They're not in the.
Yeah, no.
They just shouldn't be doing that, GWS. But anyway, the Bulldogs look great and.
They're still out. Hard to think. They're getting there, but they're still out.
Yeah, they're only out by percentage as we speak, but that's another story.
That's another story, yes, at this very moment.
Friday
night, Adelaide Oval was a beauty. Adelaide 15-11-101. Hawthorn 13-9-87. What a weird game of football for a beauty.
It was bizarre.
Bizarre, that's the word.
Bizarre. So how many goals? There's 28 goals. And there was, how many kicked to the left-hand side of the screen? There was like 23 or something.
Yeah,
it was bizarre.
Yeah, so what? Hawthorn kicked the first 5.
Adelaide kicked the next 7 or 8.
And then Hawthorn kicked the next
4 or 3 to get in front again. And then Adelaide sort of kicked away and Hawthorn.
Did you enjoy that component of the game? Because it wasn't actually goal for goal.
It was intriguing.
Well, the last quarter, we got
goal for goal.
But it was just like one team had
momentum,
massive momentum, and the other one got it.
It was intriguing because you didn't know what was gonna, like.
Yeah,
you know, when Hawthorn got in front, it's like, geez, a goal.
I thought they were going to go on with it.
Well, isn't that funny how it was 5-0, right? 1 more goal, 2 more goals, the game's almost done. mentally, right?
Almost.
You know what I mean? Like there's a point where you go, 7 goals that's hard. To come back
They're
from.
very good, Adelaide, at doing what they did at that point.
Yeah.
Because like Jordan Dawson was an incredible. He's an incredible. He's having a great year. He's all Australian captain, isn't he?
He'd go close.
Kicked the goal, but what they did was they were under so much pressure, and then eventually they depressurized everything by stop.
Yeah.
Let's stop. Let's go to orange or not red light.
Yeah.
Let's get a couple of possessions.
It's almost like they absorbed the pressure.
They absorbed it.
Is that all you got? Because this is what we've got.
Also, Hawthorn had a good run in that 25 minutes. They were like, they got one at the back. Gunston gets one, and then.
But my boy took over in the last quarter.
Before you get to the last quarter, like just that general arm wrestle, not arm wrestle, but just Adelaide. They've got another. They had another gear all night.
I've been saying this for how long now?
Yeah.
They can score. They can hurt you. They can punish you.
Well, we said they would kick 100. Can Hawthorn kick 100 to win it? They kicked 100 and Hawthorn couldn't.
87.
But, having said that, Hawthorn's form was pretty good. They were okay. They were very good Friday night.
Considering they got nothing from Chol, Mitch Lewis and Cal Shadir and they only lost by 14 points.
We'll rip that now.
Yeah.
No more 4 forwards.
Oh, you don't need to tell me.
I spoke to a couple of Hawthorn supporters who were very close with, and they were really split. One said, I want to move on Chol. I don't want... But then the other one was thinking Mitch Lewis. But I don't think he can play all 4.
No, you can't play all 4, but whoever you choose...
But the consensus is one of those 2.
See, this is the thing. Chol's been playing all year and been playing well until he got dropped or rested or whatever it was. What's Mitch Lewis done to earn his spot? He's played 2 games.
I think they rate him. The club internally rate him.
Yeah, but do you bring him in after 18 weeks and expect him to win your...
He showed he was still pretty raw as far as Matt,
That's what I'm saying. The match hardness. Like, that's the thing, the match hardness.
Couch is the same.
Yeah.
They subbed him in the end.
Yeah, exactly, because he hasn't played.
Did they? Yes.
They subbed him,
So
I reckon Adelaide can win it all.
Absolutely.
I've been holding back for a few weeks. Because I like them, right?
Yeah.
And they can hurt you, and they can score. And I said a few weeks ago, they're the only ones that can hurt Collingwood or potentially beat them. For me, they can win it. And I've been going on about it all year, so I don't want anyone in the comments to go, just because everyone else say, no. I've been starting from...
You're right from the start. But I like him in a different way because, their backline set up... Gee, Worrell scares me a little bit.
No, he's very good. He's a very good footballer.
He kicks the footy out haphazardly.
Yeah, that's...
Dump kicks early, panicked, and then he recovered.
Yeah,
Keane goes all right.
They've got an underrated backline, haven't they?
They do.
Very underrated.
Yeah, they do.
But anyway.
They do. And obviously the big fella up forward.
Which one? There's 3 of them.
The main one with the beard. The bearded one.
The bearded one's fantastic. Taylor Walker had a great game. Darcy Foggy did nothing. They're still kicking 100 points.
Yeah, probably less of the lot. Yeah.
But they're still kicking 100. They're
right.
fantastic.
And how big of a blow's Day out for the year?
Yeah, that's Hawthorn are done. He was their only chance.
It's funny you say that. I know we've got our preview coming up. You say Hawthorn are done. On that form, they can beat...
They can, but
they can beat Collingwood.
Will Day was pretty good.
He was good
the other night.
Yeah.
Without him, they're not going so well this year. But anyway.
The Saturday afternoon game at Marvel, Melbourne 21-13, 139, West Coast 8-8, 56. What a pasting, as expected.
As expected. The only thing I'm going to say about this, we're not going to talk about the game because it's a waste of time.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if the AFL, because West Coast are going to ask for compensation picks.
They are,
some sort of compensation. If the AFL gives this to West Coast, I'll go as far as saying you might as well shut the competition down. They won a premiership 7 years ago.
They did. Yeah.
7 years ago, right?
Should that matter?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. St. Kilda haven't won one for 50 years. If you want equalisation...
exactly what I'm getting at.
Right, Carlton have one for 30.
But you don't go by that, do you?
Well...
If the team physically right now is in a mire...
Okay.
What does it matter whether... So St Kilda should get compensation picks every year. They've won a flag in...
Well, possibly. But...
So you can't go by flags.
Maybe not. But I'm just saying, it was 7 years ago when they were on top, when they won the premiership, right?
Yeah. I know, yeah.
So my point is, they want to keep giving Tim Kelly contracts, Elliot Yeo contracts, Dom Sheedy contracts.
Well, that will stop.
But you see my point?
Yeah.
It's their own doing. It's not like... They've had the draft picks. They've gone and drafted incorrectly. They've gone and paid players overs for too long.
Yeah.
They were paying Nat Nui for 3 years when he couldn't even get on the park $1 million. It's their own doing.
But you're making too much sense.
Yeah, I know.
Because all those factors, you're right. However, the AFL don't look at any of that.
Well, they need to.
They just look at their percentage, look at their win-loss ratio, look at their list, look at where they. That's how they, isn't it?
So North should get
your theory. I agree.
North should get one too. Then they've been there for 5 years.
Yeah, well,
as much as West Coast and haven't won the premiership in that time.
It's a very interesting question.
That's all I'm going to say about that game. I really West Coast. You know what? If you're going to give them anything, give them some more salary cap for the coaches relief, so they can have some more development coaches.
Yeah,
they've got plenty of money; they can afford it. So give them maybe $500,000 extra in the soft cap. You know, maybe possibly, if anything. But draft picks, forget it.
Fair enough. Enjoying our content? Please hit the like button to support us and help more fans discover our channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Ankle Sore family. Our community is growing and we personally reply to every comment. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode and can join the conversation. We can't wait to hear from you in the comments. Saturday, Twilight, the first of two Twilights. Gold Coast 16-11, 107. Richmond 2-11, 23. Two things about this game.
I'm trying not to laugh, but 2-11's appalling.
Yeah, I know. The two things was Gold Coast in their traditional pink outfit because it was Heritage Round, Retro Round, so they're wearing their traditional pink Guernsey.
Well, yeah, okay.
Richmond were on 1-11 with 6 minutes to play.
No. What, like, how?
Jeez.
How? I'm I was shocked at the score.
How does that happen?
And okay, how does Gold Coast only kick 107? Do you think they held back a bit, or Anderson got 39 touches. Game. Yeah, it wasn't ugly. I only saw half of it, but jeez, it wasn't convincing.
Much to say about it.
I was going to say it wasn't convincing by Gold Coast, really.
No, they did with that. They won by 14 goals.
I know, but I'm just
whether you're winning 28-14 or 16-2.
Well, then you've got commentators saying that. Percentage. They need the percentage, so keep going.
Well, yeah, they do. And don't forget, they've got a game in hand a win in hand.
Yeah.
Because they'll beat Essendon.
They'll beat Essendon, of course, up there.
On the Wednesday night is what we're hearing. Yeah,
Wednesday night. That's appalling.
So,
anyway.
They're home. They're in almost.
Oh, I think they make it. Yeah.
Yep. And it was the twin Twilight game. This was at the same time, or 5 minutes apart. Sydney in the wild, wet and woolly, windy conditions at 300 mil of rain in 3 days or something. 9-14-68 defeated Essendon. 7-12-54, I suppose the conditions and the weather and the sand and the holes and everything else that happened.
Did you see that? There was a divot like where the sprinkler was. I was like, is it that Waverley Park thing again? I honestly thought they go as sprinklers. Like the commentator just said the sprinklers came on.
There was a hole.
And I'm like, what do you mean
hole
they
in
came
the ground.
on? Yeah.
Nick Blakey put his foot in it and he was knee deep in it. Then they brought you know what it reminded me of? When like it's raining in Sydney in a World Series Cup match in the 80s, and then they'd run out with a bucket and then they'd throw the sawdust everywhere.
Do you remember when Telstra Dome or whatever it was called at the start, Colonial Stadium?
Colonial Stadium.
It was full of
sand,
right? A brand new stadium. AFL, what are you doing playing at that ground? Seriously.
There's been like this for 3 or 4 weeks now, the conversation.
That's what I mean. Like, how can you be playing and there's exposed sprinkler? Like, what is going on?
What part of the game was that?
First quarter.
So
it was the first 5 minutes.
I'm led to believe the AFL do cross-checks on that ground 40 minutes before the bounce at every game. And they get the penetrometer out as well.
Oh, they do they?
Well, how do they not see that? Number one. Number two, how did anyone who wasn't doing a warm-up or the umpires running around warming up before the game, we all see it. How does anyone not see it?
It's bizarre. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Someone's going to get hurt up there.
Sydney, they're big serial offenders of that because Sydney played Hawthorn in a game. I'm sure it was Sydney Hawthorn. Might have been Sydney Geelong at the Olympic Stadium. They found a tent peg on the ground.
Yeah, it was exposed and someone got scratched.
Did they? I didn't even know.
Hawthorn. I reckon it was Jared Ruffhead.
Ruffhead,
yes.
And it was a tent peg.
Yes. It was still...
What's going on?
Once again, AFL, you've outdone yourselves.
Let's move on from that game.
So just quickly, Essendon had a chance in this game.
They did.
They pushed them all the way. Honestly, I won't say I'm impressed with Essendon, but they're having a go. That's all. As an Essendon supporter, not me, but as an Essendon supporter out there, you just want to see him try.
Yeah,
we know they haven't got the talent.
It's a new key word: effort and intent.
Effort and intensity. That's it. That's all.
But Wright missed a goal late at the end that could have got him within a goal.
I know, and he's a pretty good kick too. Yeah.
Or as Vito calls him, Peter wrong.
Wrong.
Anyway, let's get to the big one. Saturday night at the MCG, Collingwood 10-5-65, lost to the Brisbane Lions 14-8-92. I enjoyed this game. I went to it. I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
I thought Brisbane really strangled Collingwood. They almost bullied them, and that's hard to say.
I think...
Or they monstered them. They just really... Do you know what I mean? Like a dog with his little toy and he rips it. Like they really played with him.
I think we were having this discussion with when there was three of us here about Collingwood and can Brisbane win the premiership? And I think Vito said no, and I said, of course they can, because they don't fear anyone. Like, and you know, my thing about their board, they are. When they come to like proper games, they stand up, right? Like,
last night.
The Q clash, right? I get it. But again, did they throw, like they were that far gone, they just said, don't worry about it.
Possibly.
We're going to kill ourselves. We're losing by 12 goals. We're not going to, right? We've got that's gone.
Yep.
We've got one coming up this week. And I just want to mention one player. You may have heard of this player. His name's Logan Morris.
What a footballer.
A few weeks ago, I mentioned him. I said, give me Logan Morris over Cadman. Anyone of those young forwards, Georgiades, whoever, give me Logan Morris.
6 straight.
He's a star.
Everyone keeps talking about they've lost Danaher, but he is the perfect. He's it.
Yeah.
He's it. Great product.
It was funny. I said to myself last night, he popped up.
Local Werribee boy.
Yes. It's funny because Hipwood's playing that Danaher role.
Danaher
role,
true.
right? Because they've got Logan Morris.
If only he could ruck. But there's another...
He might.
But there's another pawn, is that what it's called? A pawn to the... Henry Smith.
Mm-hmm. Don't know how many times Henry's going to kick 3, but okay. No, he's quite an awkward fellow. I'm being honest.
But if he's the third foil, he's the third banana.
I reckon he's the 7th banana.
Yeah, I know, but it might just be...
It might, Might
look, just on last week with Brisbane and Gold Coast, I took... interest and my interest peaked when Fagan said they asked him about the game.
Yes, I know.
And he said, I didn't watch any of the vision and I haven't bothered. This was late in the week this week.
Yeah.
I didn't bother with showing anyone the vision of the Gold Coast game.
Yeah,
I didn't bother going through it because when your team has no effort and no intent, there's no use showing them.
There's no point,
There's no point. And good sides respond. And that's what he was hoping and predicting and thinking, and it happened.
Yeah, he trusts them, and they trust him.
Yeah, but like McCluggage.
He's a star, isn't he? They've got too many good players. See, this is the thing, right? I know Collingwood's got Nick Dacos and a couple of others, and Josh, right? But they've got 15 top 50 players in the AFL almost, right?
I know.
Like, if you're looking at their worst players, like...
Who are they?
Well...
Who's their bottom 5?
No, this is what I'm going to say. So, Fletcher might be, and he's a good player.
Gardner.
But he does a job.
No, he does a job, though.
Yeah. It's Darcy Fort, again, does a job. He's keeping McInerney out of the ruck.
That is a good point.
They're actually scary. I mean...
It's actually true.
Kadeem Coleman hasn't played all year. They've lost...
Lincoln McCarthy. That was a long time ago now, though.
Who's the blonde guy? What's his name?
Kyle Lohman.
He basically hasn't played all year.
Yeah.
Been in and out.
Yeah.
But they cover them. They've just... Like, Rayner and he had a shocking first half, Rayner.
He's very mature as a footballer now, isn't he?
He's just strong. He just knows... Like, they just know when to go. Yeah. They've got Dunkley that does a job every week.
Oh, well, they've got Ashcroft and baby Ashcroft.
Bloody hell. They're scary.
Talk about scary. Ashcroft squaring the ball. Bobby Hill takes the mark. Did you think... Because we've all seen that movie before where Collingwood... Did you think that... I thought, that's it. The game turns here. Collingwood kicks the next 3 and wins it.
Not quite, because I just felt that it's a mistake. It happens, right?
It was crazy.
It was funny because he was down with the trainer, and I think the player thought he couldn't get up. As soon as he sniffed it, Bobby, he just jumped on his shoulders.
It was a good mark too,
great mark.
Collingwood.
I was just about to say I've got my worries about Collingwood all of a sudden. They've lost 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, I know. It's crept up on us, hasn't it? 3 of the last 4.
I don't mind them losing, and yes, they've only lost by a couple of kicks. Previous ones, this one was a bit more of an easy victory for Brisbane. I thought they had them at arm's length most of the night.
Apart from a good second quarter,
Second quarter, that's it. But they can't score. That's my worry.
Nah, they can't.
That's my worry. It's been my worry for 3 years. I know they won the flag, but it took Bobby Hill to kick 5 in the grand final for them to win the flag. Right. Where are the goals coming from? That's the only thing that worries me.
Which makes me think, like, they got Hawthorn this week, and where are they? Look, how do they? How do they score against them? You're right. It's crept up on us. All of a sudden, there's a chance that they could miss the top 4.
Top 4, yeah. Which that was 4. Even I said it. Who's playing Collingwood in the grand final? I know. They still might make it. Don't get me wrong, but
they're good enough to get to a preliminary. But you're right.
Yeah, they just worry me. That. Anyway,
well, you insert them versus Brisbane and Adelaide, who at the moment are the red. Well, okay, Brisbane's won this week. They got belted last week, but the types of sides they're going to be competing against. They can score. So Geelong can as well.
Geelong can, but they're a different beast altogether.
Degoe's return was good.
It was good for the 2.5 quarters he played, but he was always going to play a couple of quarters. He wasn't going to play the full game.
I thought he just adds a little bit more grunt in there.
He does, but this is my worry with Collingwood, that they've been doing this for the last 4 weeks, resting players and let's do this and let's do that. Okay, that's fine.
They live by the sword don't they?
That's what I'm saying. That's fine if it works, right? And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's not working at the moment.
No, it's not.
And they're paying for it, right? So,
Yep. And I liked how Brisbane worked on Dacos.
Yeah.
They sort of didn't go to him, but they conversed
They eventually got him.
Every time.
He was sensational first half.
He was, yeah.
And they eventually just wore him down. So, I don't know.
Good game of footy, 82,000 there last night.
That was amazing, wasn't
it?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yep. This afternoon at Marvel Stadium, St Kilda 11-12-78, North Melbourne 10-9-69. I feel as though basically it was like a game of cricket. St Kilda set out 78 and North couldn't get the run chase.
It was a bit like that. Felt a bit like that.
Not that it was a high-scoring game, but
no, it wasn't. I mean, not again, mate. I'm frustrated. I'm not even the North supporter. I'm frustrated with North Melbourne. They got off to a good start. They got 4 goals up or 3.5 goals up, and then they just capitulate and just let St Kilda of all teams, who 11. That's their winning score normally, right?
Yeah.
St Kilda last week was an outlier, and they only kicked 90, whatever it was last week. But again, St Kilda went into their shell. Went defensive, kick 11 goals to win the game.
But we knew they were going to do that,
I know. But this is why I said last week, Ross Lyon, not for me.
I think, again, North didn't defend at certain periods of the game. I'm not talking defend like fullback.
Yeah, not defenders. It's just more the midfield.
The
mid
just
half
refused
forwards,
to defend it. Their effort was there and their intent was there. Tick. I reckon they had a crack today.
They did.
Probably should have won.
Maybe, mate. They had a chance to win.
They had a chance to win.
Now, I'm going to ask you about one player who I don't know what to make of this guy. George Wardlaw. I reckon he had no more than 7 touches.
Wow, his first quarter's pretty good, though.
First quarter?
Early?
He had 1 touch to half time.
But early? No,
he must have
not. No, you sure about that?
I'm 99% sure.
I thought he was in and about, in the first quarter, though.
He had quite a few tackles.
I knew he had 1 possession. But
1 possession to
I
half
thought
time.
he was up and about early. He was quiet in the second. Kicked a big goal at the end.
But it's not enough. We said it weeks ago. 11 possessions isn't going to cut it if you're playing in the midfield.
There are some footballers that are destined to only get to be 15 possession players.
But he's not good enough for that. Sirioli's good enough for that. He's not good enough for that.
Yeah, you're talking about X Factor.
He has
Bobby Hill type players.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
know what you
right?
mean.
He doesn't have that.
Then what do they do?
No, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm just worried that what's he like? How many more times? Like, I watched him again today closely. After half time, I watched him and I thought, 1 touch. He's got to be doing something wrong. He hits that ball 300 miles an hour, and that's not going to cut it. You can't get the perfect clearance every single time. You can try, but you won't get it. Sometimes he has to hang back.
I understand, but I don't think that's the biggest problem.
All right.
I don't think that's the biggest broken nose that's sticking out.
I just think that North's invested so much in.
I know, but is that their biggest problem?
Well, they could have got a forward instead of him.
Oh, well, okay, that's in retrospect.
Yeah, well, Dan Curtin, right? They could have got him.
Oh, can you imagine Dan Curtin?
But that's my point, Ange, right? Like, they invest in, number 2, 3 pick, all this, and he's giving you 7 possessions.
And he gets injured. He's injury prone at the moment.
He's had a few concussions. Like, I've got my doubts about him.
A lot of players, yeah.
I'm actually frustrated watching him. I'm just like, is it the coaches? He's not being coached well enough.
We've discussed this about the coach. Yeah, yes, I think it is.
I agree with you, but it frustrates me. But
I'll tell you what frustrates me. Changing the subject completely.
Yep.
Paul Curtis.
He's a frustrated footballer, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So he'll go for what he did.
Oh, he has to.
Ridiculous. What are you doing, Paul? Yeah. This time I'm not going to
he should get
defend him.
No, that was ridiculous. That was a punch. But take that out of it. He goes missing. He didn't kick a goal today. Kicked 2 or 3 last week. Didn't kick a goal the week before. It's like you can't be.
Yeah.
You've got to be more consistent and just wang on the Malira.
Oh, tremendous.
He's the Rolls Royce.
Tremendous.
Anyway, let's move on.
Sunday, GMHBA Stadium, the afternoon game. Geelong 23, 15, 153. Port Adelaide 9, 11, 65. It was Jeremy Cameron watch.
It was.
How many did he kick?
He kicked 6.
6.
I thought he kicked 10.
You thought he kicked 10?
I thought he was going to kick 10 because, when you want to try and get him to 100 all week, the talk's been getting him to 100. And guess what happened? Jack Martin got subbed on and kicked 4 goals in the third quarter. Know your role, buddy. Know your role, Jack Martin.
Killed him. Took his 4 goals from him.
It's not the first time I said this, but Jack Martin, get out.
Yeah. So he's a Geelong and you're still telling him to get out.
Get out of the way. Let him kick 10 goals so he can kick 100.
That's all right. 6 is okay. He gets to 75 now.
He needed 10 today.
He needed 10. Or we can kick 10 against Essendon next week. Surely he can kick 6, 7, 8, 9 next week. Just feed him.
I know. Get out of the way.
Feed him.
Shannon Neal, get out of the way. Yep. Jack Martin, get out.
That's it.
Out. That's it. That's all we've got to say about
that's
the game.
all.
Well, let's be honest.
Every Geelong game will be Jeremy Cameron watch from here.
Well, they're playing the bottom 4 sides in the next 3 weeks. So,
You got 25 to go in 3 weeks, son. Whew. I mean, I'd like to see him kick it even if it's... But your theory is true as well.
Yeah.
You can't... It's hard to kick goals in finals.
It's hard to kick goals. But
if he gets to 95... he can kick 5 in a couple of finals, maybe 3.
Yeah, 5, but...
You don't want him kicking...
I thought he kicked 10 today, 10 next week.
Oh, come on.
He needs 11.
No AFL players kick 10 2 weeks in a row.
If they look for him every time, he can kick 10.
He can kick 15 if they try.
Exactly. Well, try harder, John.
As we're recording, the Optus Stadium game is the last game of the round. It's Fremantle versus Carlton. We'll do a full review in our preview show of that. However, here's the halftime score.
Okay.
Interesting. There you have it, our review of round 21 in the books. Tune in tomorrow for our preview of round 22. As always, we look forward to hearing from you in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.